languages are very important to us as African people. In fact, wherever you go on the African continent, when people ask you like your name, they'll first ask you, hey, what does that mean? Or, what language is that in and what does that mean? It shows that we've placed quite a lot of importance on our languages and the meanings of our languages. But now we live in a very international environment. We're moving from place to place for better opportunities and many other reasons. So when living in a foreign land often means that we adapt to the new languages of that new place. So these experiences can be enriching, but it can also make it easy to lose touch of one's cultural roots. Preserving your language and heritage becomes not just an act of memory, but an act of identity and keeping alive the values, the stories, and the traditions that shape who we are, especially if you want to pass on your cultures, your traditions, and your languages to the next generation. Today, we're joined by a remarkable Nigerian woman who has dedicated herself to this very mission. Through her online school, she teaches the Igbo language to learners across the world, helping them reconnect with their roots, ensuring that this vibrant language continues to thrive for generations to come. She joins us on the line to chat about this. Nwunye Mazi. I hope I'm saying that right, Mazi. Am I saying that right?
Nwunye.
Ignore
the N. Ignore the N.
Okay. Ignore the N.
Nwunye.
Okay, Nwunye, is that how I say it?
Yes.
Okay,
correct.
I think I must come to the Igbo classes now. It's Nwunye Mazi. Yeah. She's a professional teacher, curriculum expert, and the director of this beautiful language hub that is a registered educational online outlet. She's also the founder of the Igbo Spring Camp, where she does exactly that. She goes around the world and teaches the Igbo language. Nwunye, thank you so much for joining us. Good morning.
Ndewo means you're welcome.
Thank you so much. Well, I think this is incredible that you are, a professional teacher, but you wanted to do a teaching of a different kind, one that is preserving your culture and your language as the Igbo people. Tell me why this was so important for you and why you decided to start this avenue of teaching the Igbo language.
So I'll start by introducing myself. My name is Joyce Chiwendo Ohanyerenwa Okonkwo, but I'm fondly and professionally called Nwunye Mazi. So Nwunye Mazi means Mazi's wife. So I started teaching the Igbo language in 2017, right after my master's degree in curriculum theory, because I had compassion on children who I call the culturally less privileged. Now, these are the children who are economically privileged. These are children of the rich. These are children who have the privilege of leaving their home country to go to, other countries to become diasporans. You see, I realized that when they come back into the country, sometimes they are lost. Sometimes they get mocked at by those who are home who can actually speak the Igbo language. So I had compassion. And then my first degree was English education. Yeah, so English language education. So at some point as well, I was like, what am I doing with teaching somebody else's father's language when my own father's language has been predicted to be going into extinct over time by UNESCO? So I decided to look inward. They say charity begins at home.
Nwunye, it's so fascinating that you did
Nwunye
that.
Mazi.
Yes.
Nwunye Mazi.
Yes, Nwunye Mazi. My fascination about this is that you saw a gap in what's happening in a foreign land, right? Like you in South Africa, in Johannesburg specifically, and you see that there is a bit of a deficit in terms of Nigerian children or even families that have been here for a long time in South Africa, and they don't really, have that Igbo language as part of their vocabulary since they started living here in South Africa. In terms of language and its importance, why was it for you something that was significant for you to keep that entrenched even in a foreign land?
Okay, so actually, I live in Nigeria.
Okay.
So my passion pushed me to come into Johannesburg for the Igbo Spring Camp.
Okay. Makes sense now. Sure.
Yes. So my dream is to travel, just like you had earlier said, all over the world, organizing camps. Even though we have our online school, yes, we teach online, but we want these children to touch, feel, see it physically, in the camping programs, not just, what we do online. We want them to come and have a real touch of culture. So the only way I could do this was pushing myself out of my comfort zone, leaving home, coming to Johannesburg. So the dream is not just in South Africa, the dream is going to Canada, to UK, to USA. In fact, anywhere we are called, we will arrive. That's just the dream.
Nwunye Mazi, you say something that's so important, right? Because what we see as privilege these days is obviously the money. We see the ability to travel as privilege. And unfortunately, we've also seen foreign languages as privilege within our own country. So when your child is young and they only speak English or they only speak French, we see that as, wow, this child is so smart. This child, is so privileged in so many ways. But when you say they are not privileged culturally, it makes so much sense. And we see that as it's okay. And I feel like as the generations move on and are growing and evolution, and the evolution is taking place, we're moving further and further away from those cultures and traditions. So when you decided to do these camps, whether online or in different countries, what else do you teach outside of the language? And how do you make sure that these young people can connect their languages to their cultures and their traditions?
So beyond the language, thank you for that question. Beyond the language, we teach the children how to cook the Igbo meals. Yes, we teach them how to eat it, because it is one thing to cook the meal. It's another thing to, it's another thing for the children to appreciate the meal by eating them. So like when we did the Igbo summer camp in Nigeria, we brought in some health professionals, some chefs, some Igbo chefs who came in, and who came in and taught the children the nutritional value of our traditional meals. We Africans, we eat a whole lot of, we like vegetables, we like naturally prepared meals, but because of the times we are in, our children are already addicted to sweet things, they have sweet tooth, so we have to start teaching them to eat the Igbo vegetables, to eat this, to appreciate our spices. We also teach the children our dancing steps. Okay, so they have different contemporary secular dance moves, which kind of is different from the African, although some of them even came from the African dance moves, from the Igbo dance moves. So we try to teach them the Igbo dance moves. We try to teach them our history. We try to teach them our dressing and why we put on what we put on, what the men put on and what the women put on, and more.
Wonderful. Nwunye, stay there on the line. We're speaking to Nwunye Mazi, professional teacher, curriculum expert, and director of Kpakpando Language Hub, which is an educational online outlet that aims to teach the Igbo language. How fascinating. We'll chat a little bit more about this project that Nwunye Mazi does after the break.
Step into the heart of the day on the move with Palesa and Benjamin. Ahoy, matey!
Captain here to help, right, boys?
Set sail with us on a digital voyage like no other. Channel Africa has a treasure trove of awesomeness. That is our website and social media pages.
Tell me, why are you here?
We want you to be part of our adventure.
The winds are changing, Captain. And this time...
Imagine a world where curiosity knows no bounds, where entertainment meets enlightenment, and where every click leads to the African perspective. Visit us on our website, www.channelafrica.co.za, or follow us on Instagram or on X at Channel Africa One. Go on, like us on Facebook at Channel Africa One. So, spread the word. Tell a friend that Channel Africa's online variety is what they need on the web. Channel Africa, the African perspective. No time to waste. Be on the move with Benjamin Moshatama and Palesa.
Hey, we're speaking language and its importance today, zooming into the Igbo summer camp, which offers a unique opportunity for children to connect with their cultural exploration, specifically of the Igbo culture. It's organized by Nwunye Mazi, and it aims to promote the Igbo culture, teaching children the language, the traditional dances, songs, and crafts and also the food, as she's elaborated upon. Let's speak about, why parents bring these kids to your spring camps, or maybe the online platform. What do you hear mainly being the concern of the parents?
Yes, thank you for that question. Their major concern has always been that the children would not lose touch of their culture. Yes, because if they lost touch of the culture, they would not want to come back home. And if their parents have had any investments back home, it's gone over time. When they are no longer here, the children would be afraid to go home. So most times parents just want their children to get in touch with their culture, begin to look homeward, begin to appreciate what they have invested for them homeward. So that basically is why most parents do not want their children. That's why basically most children bring their children to us. So by the time the children learn the language, they have this cultural confidence to come home because they know they're going to be able to understand, communicate, and be able to bond with their family and friends back home. So that is actually the main reason why parents bring them to us, connecting back with their roots.
Do the kids have a tough time navigating what they already know? Probably they are English speakers, or maybe they speak French, and now they have to learn this new language. How do you deal with the challenges of shifting to something new, something that they want to know because it is their culture? I'm sure they're very interested in it, but the tongue can be a little bit stubborn.
Yeah, I understand. So there's something what I call flattening the tongue, especially for my students in the US. So I understand where they are coming from, knowing that they're already used to the American English, they are used to the British English. Even the children here in South Africa, they are used to the South African intonation of speaking English. So what we do, because I'm a curriculum expert, I'm also a language expert. What we do is that we first of all flatten their tongue by making them practice different Igbo words. We have a procedure. When they come to class, we have a way to guide them in love, knowing that they're actually trying their best, even though it is difficult. So we try to go through the process of tongue flattening, where we help them bring back their tongue to normal and then try to migrate it to the Igbo language. It's a whole lot of technical processes. We do it, but the children don't even know what we're doing while we're doing it. It's just that over time, maybe after 2 months, after 3 months, parents realize their children are now speaking the Igbo language fluently.
Where would you like to see this going, Nwunye Mazi? Where do you want to see young Igbo Nigerian people and the descendants of, Nigerians understanding about the world, understanding about a Nigerian or Igbo culture and traditions?
I want it to go global. So I am doing the Igbo language because I am Igbo. So I believe that if I am doing the one of Igbo, other people from other culture will also pick interest in promoting their own cultures. I strongly believe in something called cultural education. We do not have cultural schools. What I own is a cultural school. Okay, so I want other tribes to also pick interest in having this concept, creating cultural schools where people come into their classes or their schools to learn their culture. Also, I want Africa to wake up to the need of having different cartoon stations where we can help these children through different animations to learn their languages. So it's not just going to Disney or Cartoon Network. They also come to their own. We come to that level where children turn on the television and they go to this particular station to watch their languages, to learn their languages by watching different animations or cartoons. So I want it to become a global phenomenon. I want it to become something global where we have the cultural school and we have the Western education as well.
Mm-hmm. What keeps you so passionate about this? Because I can hear the passion in your voice. It's actually like a fire that's burning within you. You can hear it how you're expressing this. Why are you so passionate about this?
I do not want my children to lose touch of their culture. I do not want the Igbo language to get lost over time.
That's beautiful. Okay, so you're going to be doing some stuff here in Johannesburg, right? Tell us a little bit about what you're going to be doing and some of your plans for your spring camp here in South Africa. Okay, I think we've lost you there. Nwunye, are you there? Nwunye, can you hear me? Well, I think we've lost Nwunye there, but we'll give you the details of what this actually looks like, and it's going to be happening here in Johannesburg, South Africa. We're going to wrap that one up right now. And, I was thinking about this. I'm traditionally like a Venda Pali, right?
Yeah.
And I was speaking to a friend the other day over lunch. I'm like, I actually don't know my Venda language because I was raised by my mother's side, which is a Tswana family. I'm like, I want to actually, because I have a son now, go through the process of learning Venda with him. Of course, when he's at the appropriate age. But I think I need to start earlier, right?
Yes.
And find ways in which I can learn. And, she was also telling me about this, that there are these kind of camps that happen for children and parents where they can learn the indigenous languages. Some of them are in Tsonga, some of them are in Tswana, or Zulu, authentic Zulu, because the Joburg Zulu is a bit
it's not
dodgy.
the real thing.
Yeah. So I'm interested in actually this kind of concept. I think it's very beautiful, and it's happening in different parts of the world differently. So coming back to this Igbo Spring Camp, it's going to be taking place in Johannesburg, and it's going to be really, diverse in terms of 12 Igbo language classes, documentary sessions, and also there's going to be an Igbo kitchen session, so that should be fantastic. Check out our guests' Instagram for more details. It is Igbo Tunes. Igbo Tunes is the place to go on Instagram.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're about to wrap up. I think this is quite an intriguing conversation. The way she speaks about having cultural schools, we don't have enough of those. And we do see, how easily as Africans we adapt to other people's cultures, other people's languages, other people's food, but we don't see our own as a part of a beautiful evolution. We don't see it as privilege, and I think that's what these are bringing back the privilege of your own culture.
Did you hear Nwunye at the end there when she was overwhelmed? I think it got
She
overwhelming.
got overwhelmed. She even dropped the call. She was like, hey, my heart is too full. I'm too happy about this. Well, we're also happy that she joined us today to speak about this.